Hi, everyone. It's Tracy Learn.
And Peter Murray. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning, Peter. How are you today?
I am wonderful. I'm as hot as the Bitcoin price.
Yes. And look at this. I mean, 1,090. But if you go and have a look at some of the exchanges, it's gone way over 1,100. So I was looking at 1,108. Actually, was the last one I looked at.
Wow. Okay. So the Bitcoin price is strong again.
So, in fact, in a day, look what it's done in a day. I mean, it was 1,050. It's gone up 40.
Yes. I think, the fundamentals are driving the price.
Yes, I've been looking at all the news, and there's just so much happening in terms of new initiatives, but I think mainly it's the governments that are getting involved. There seems to be a hang of a lot going on with governments and obviously regulation and that type of thing. So, maybe this is what's driving this price.
Can you imagine if the government start buying Bitcoin as reserves? We'll see an explosion in the Bitcoin price that you can't comprehend.
Yes. Well, there seems to be a lot of talk about so-called legalizing Bitcoin, but I mean, obviously, it's not legalizing it, just making it a payment system, like what's going to happen in Japan. Then we hear about Nigeria, we hear about Philippines, now we're hearing Dubai. So yeah, it's a very, very interesting time to be watching this Bitcoin price.
Absolutely. I mean, it's so exciting. I mean, I can't wait to see what's going to happen next.
Yes. So luckily you woke up and you're awesome already.
Yes, of course. We're all awesome.
We are indeed. Okay, Norway government wealth fund to reinvest 90 billion. Is Bitcoin an option? Remember this article? Quite an interesting one.
I hope it's not an option because I don't have enough Bitcoins yet. Please wait, Norwegian government, so that I can quickly buy some today.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is a very, very interesting article, and that they'd even consider it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go up here. A local pound, Liverpool to get own digital currency by March 2017. This was something that actually started last year. There was, some kind of movement about Liverpool getting their own currency.
I wonder if the Beatles are going to make a late song about this.
I don't think so.
I'm sure Paul McCartney is composing something about the Liverpool pound.
You think so, hey? Maybe give him a tip.
Right.
Okay, and then this is also quite an interesting article. Call for a digital Geneva Convention could affect Bitcoin. It says, it's all about these. Microsoft are actually driving this as well, because they really are calling on governments to do something about malicious cyber attacks and to keep their citizens safe.
Yeah, I think, we've been talking about cybersecurity for a long time. And, that's one of the most important aspects of the new digital economy. We've been saying that all along. And I think, I've heard along the grapevine that there's a lot of new security devices coming out. So keep your eyes open for them.
Yes. And now there seems to also be a few of these marketplaces that are popping up. Here's another one, freelance marketplace, Rain. And then, we were just talking about that freelance platform for jobs. Oh, wait, we actually did this yesterday, how to profit from the SEC decision on the Winklevoss Bitcoin ETF. There's a lot of talk about this ETF, whether it's going to happen or not happen.
I think people are putting too much emphasis on this and trying to trade this type of news. Whether this ETF happens or not, in some time in future, investment funds are going to invest in Bitcoin. So I just follow the fundamentals and invest anyway.
Yes.
If the ETF doesn't happen, we might see a little dip in the Bitcoin price. That would be another signal to buy a lot.
Yes. Also, if you're interested in Dubai, here's an article on Bitcoin adoption in Dubai. Lots of information in there, including. Did you see that Dubai is looking at having a driverless drone to take people around like a taxi?
Wow, it's like a mini helicopter.
Yes. Have a look, and there's a little video about it as well.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and I have to just say, China, there's been a lot of news out of China with the People's Bank of China clamping down on all these exchanges and shutting them down. Well, not shutting them down, but suspending trade for 30 days. And of course, traders, you can't keep a trader down. Hey, they need to trade. So local Bitcoins is up 1,200% in volume.
That's amazing. So the guys are going peer to peer.
36 million yuan per week and counting.
Interesting.
Huge amount.
Yes, of course, lots of money.
And this is definitely, this is true for today. Today, the value of the dollar fell in relation to Bitcoins.
This is the news we're hearing all the time. This is true.
Okay, so on to our next article. An alliance forms under China's new Bitcoin regulations. So I suppose this is all about regulations, right? Getting it going.
Regulate, and the more these alliances form, the better for Bitcoin.
Yes, most definitely. And this was between two Chinese Bitcoin exchanges and financial authorities a couple of days ago.
I think the best way to run an exchange or start to exchange is to go to the authorities first now and get a license and ask them to get involved in the process.
Certainly sounds like a good idea. So if anybody wanted to know about Bitcoin hash functions, go to this page and have a look and learn up about it. But it's so important to actually educate yourself when it comes to Bitcoin.
Yes, absolutely. And the best way to educate yourself, Tracy?
Tell me.
You go to this Facebook page and like it. You go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. And you get onto our blog and subscribe to our newsletter, and you'll get a free education.
Yes, a free education.
It won't cost you a Satoshi.
Yes. Valentine's Day, we were talking about this new online dating platform called Matchpool. So here's just another article about forget Tinder, Airbnb for dating is already here. Powered by cryptocurrency. So if anybody's looking for love, actually, I think how this works is if you have a friend and you manage to refer somebody, you get paid.
So all the girls you don't want, you shuffle off to your friends. This is great.
Well, what about all the guys you don't want? There's plenty of those.
Well, that's your department, not mine.
Okay, EU lawmakers propose to ban geo-blocking of digital currency users. New European Parliament proposes aim to prevent geo-blocking of consumers in the economic bloc, including uses of digital currencies. And in actual fact, they do this in New York, I believe.
So you can't block anymore where you are?
Well, the thing is, what they do is, it says, geo-blocking is already prevalent in the US, where many Bitcoin and digital currency-related businesses block customers living in New York for fear of violating bit license legislation.
I see.
And of course, the gambling sites. That's why I was asking that question yesterday about that gambling site.
I understand. So, yeah. So the European Union is saying they're going to not allow this.
Yes.
Okay. So you can't discriminate to anybody in terms of selling services.
Yep. Japan's largest bank is testing digitized checks on blockchain in Singapore. So this is Japan again and reaching over to Singapore.
It's interesting. We need to go to Japan and see what's going on there in terms of Bitcoin, because it seems to be everything is going on there. Very
much so. Maybe we can get some sushi and pay with Bitcoin, because I believe there's going to be about 20,000 merchants rolled out by the end of this year. No, there must be a sushi place involved there.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I mean, this is actually quite interesting, this joint venture.
Yes, that's a very interesting joint venture, and again, it's a blockchain type thing where you can verify checks on the blockchain.
Yeah, and across country, which is great. Okay, this is just on the same thing about the Microsoft. Calls on countries to keep civilians out of cyber hacks. And we were just talking earlier about that.
Mm-hmm.
And trend. Germany can soon beat the UK in terms of fintech investment.
Yes.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look here. UK investment has since declined 34%, while Germany has risen 38%.
Do they think this is a Brexit effect?
Yeah, well, they say it just says, you know, the UK was 50% ahead of Germany in 2016. So now why is this gap closing? Could it be the whole Brexit effect?
I don't know. Or it could also be that the Germans are playing catch up.
Okay. And let's have a look here. Okay, that's the last slide, actually. So let's swing over here to the price again. Oh, it just dipped a little bit.
1,088.
Yes, but just let's have a look here. Look at 6 months. Just look at that growth. 6 months ago, Bitcoin was under $600.
Yes, I remember that well.
Let's have a look for a year. It was just over $400 a year ago.
That's amazing.
I mean, this is
more than double.
Growth.
That's almost 3 times the price.
Yes. I mean, this is really an amazing success story of how Bitcoin. I mean, if you really think about it, when the guys must have been so excited when they got to dollar parity, because who thought that something that you brought out that was just a whole bunch of numbers that would take a while to get accepted, and all of a sudden it went from $0 to $1, and here we're almost getting to gold parity again. It's incredible.
Amazing.
Yes, it's incredible. So thank you very much, Peter. I think there might be a little bit of garbling on this video. So please, if you can excuse that, I'll try and cut out as much as I possibly can. But we'll chat tomorrow.
We'll chat tomorrow. Thanks, Tracy. Have a nice day.
Okay then. And you too.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.